He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lumada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lumada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lumada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad we're here together. Yes, thank you for being here. 7 a.m. Pacific time and of course 11 a.m. Pacific time as well. But as you know, yesterday there was a blackout. So we were live on YouTube but not on Facebook. So we're back today. I'm glad that we're still able to share some time yesterday together in the morning and of course on YouTube if you were able to join us. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you and welcome to Stories. A wonderful story awaits. Wonderful learning awaits us today. Thank you for being here. Please, as always, let me know where you're joining in from and of course let me know who is joining in with you, if anybody, so that we can say hi to them as well. Good morning to you and how are you doing today? We are off to space today, off to space. Yes, do you know space and sky? What's there to enjoy on this book? Well, a lot. So get your spacesuits, get your rockets ready. We're about to blast off. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you and welcome. Thank you so much. Let me know how your area is doing. How's the weather like today? I hope it is good. Thank you. Oakland, still morning cloudy, but I'm sure it'll clear off as we go on. It is projected to be somewhere around the 60s today. So not too hot, just right, I think, for me. Good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for being here. Yes, space and sky are awaiting us today. How are you doing? Let us see who is with us this morning to start off. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Rocco, Clay, and Chriselle, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Yes, it is beautiful out today. Thank you so much for joining in. Sunshine, it looks like, out in Long Beach. Thank you for being here. How are you doing today? And of course, how is everybody at home doing? I hope they're okay. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Rocco, Clay, and Chriselle, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, Amanda West, and you say good morning from a happy and healthy Sarah. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for sharing that, and good to know that you're doing well. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're okay. And Nathan, good morning to you as well. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Always a pleasure having you here today. Amanda West, Sarah, and Nathan out in sunny Illinois. I hope you're having a wonderful time and glad that you're okay, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining in today. How is Indy today? Thank you for being here on Story Time. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Abraham in San Leandro. Yes, the morning cloud's still there, but I hope that the sun comes out later and we enjoy it so much. Thank you so much for being here. Abraham and Terika Sweka, good morning to you. Humphrey, how are you doing today? What's for breakfast? Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. And of course, to everybody that joins us later on at 11 or for the recordings, a big hello to you. Thank you so much for being here and for continuing to enjoy Story Time. And please Do send me recommendations if you have any, so that we can continue sharing wonderful stories, beautiful stories, upbuilding, uplifting stories right here on Storytime. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you one more time, Abraham, and of course Terry Kasweka. Too many names in my head right now. Thank you so much for joining in. Love it. All right, we will be getting started with space and sky. So much to learn. And you know what? If you know anything about the sky, you know anything about space, please share it. Share it in the comments, and we'll be able to share it out there. I might not be able to fact check everything right now, but we will definitely be happy to hear what you know. Thank you so much for joining in, and welcome to Storytime. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a good snack to go with story time today. Thank you for being here. Yes, I've not had my breakfast yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Good morning to you. All right, let us come back together and get ready for this story. Please huddle up, do whatever you gotta do. Get your blanket, get your stuffies, everything that you need for this story time to start, and we'll be back after this.
Hey, this is Timothy Goodspeed of the Soapbox Salute. I'm the one who wrote Storytime's theme song. If you'd like to hear more of my protest folk music, you can check out the links below on Instagram or at my website. You are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back. Yes, space and sky. And of course, this one is published by TWIRL Books, an imprint of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is morning. I need to shake that one off. All right. 12 Books, an imprint of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big thank you to them, of course, for allowing us to read their books here on Storytime. And this, you know, is from their fall catalog. It is coming from there, one of the latest in the series, in fact. So here we go. Space and Sky. Do you know? And this one is written by Virginie Loubier and illustrations by Robert Barborini, Audrey Brien, Helene Conver, Christian Guibbaud, and Christian TURDERA. Yes, lots of illustrators out there. Lots of great stuff in this wonderful book. All right, here we go. And a big thank you to 12 Books of publishers for today's book. All right, so for this one, we're going to read a few pages, just some excerpts from it, because there's so much, and it is a long book, but for now, we're just going to share a few things. All right. So starting off is the sky. Why not? It is a book about the sky. So let us read that one. There we go. The sky. The sky is the huge area above Earth that includes 5 layers of atmosphere, along with the sun, the moon, and the stars. Oh. What are those 5 layers that make up the atmosphere? Well, this is what is called the troposphere. It's the closest to us, as you can see right there. And then there's the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and last, closest the outermost is the exosphere. So there you go. And there, and we have the aurora or polar lights. What else is in there? There's a meteor. What is a meteor? What is a meteor, right? I hope that we get to read about that later on. There's some snow-capped mountains. What else do you see on that page? I know. Yeah, feel free to put those in the comments as well. There's rain. There's a helicopter. There's a cloud. So much. But let's read this part a little bit. Why is the sky blue? What do you think? What do you know? Why is the sky blue? Well, when the sun is up, the sky is blue, no matter where you are in the world. That is true. Sunlight is made up of many colors. When this light reaches our atmosphere, molecules in the air scatter blue light more than any other color. the blue light gets separated from the other colors, so we get more of that color in the sky, like it's showing you right here. Oops, sorry, let me just hold. There we go. If you look at this part right here, it shows you the different colors and how they're separated, the different colors that make up what seems like white light, right? Yeah. And we could get into all that and read more, but if you find out more information, please share with me. So it says, when the sun is up in the sky, when the sun is up, the sky is blue, no matter where you are in the world. Sunlight is made up of many colors. When this light reaches our atmosphere, molecules, small little particles in the air, scatter blue light more than any other color. The blue light gets separated from the other colors, so we see more of the color in the sky. How cool is that? Yes, and remember all the 5 parts of our atmosphere, right? All right. Oh, there we go. Just my bookmark falling off, but there we go. The next one we're going to look at is the water cycle and weather. Yeah, so the water cycle, all the water in the world travels from lakes, rivers, oceans, and other bodies of water to the atmosphere and back to Earth. This process has taken place for billions of years. Can you imagine that? Billions of years. And you can see there's a process called condensation that happens. There's precipitation, which is water falls back to Earth as rain, snow, or ice. How cool is that? So next time, tell your friends, oh, precipitation. A big word, right? Oh, there's the sun. And you can see there's evaporation. Who knows what evaporation is? Well, that is when water changes from liquid to vapor or liquid to gas. Yep. Have you ever seen that liquid that comes off when you boil water? Well, that is water changing from liquid, what we usually see, to gas. And there's so many different water bodies on the ground. You see there's an estuary, there's a river, there are all sorts of things. And there's even groundwater. Yeah. How about the weather? Well, the weather, meteorologists study the atmosphere to observe, research, and forecast the weather. Such important things, right? Because we need to know when maybe bad weather is coming so we can protect ourselves, or also just to know what the day would look like so we can prepare, maybe even just carry a nice jacket to be ready, right? And you can see they use all sorts of equipment to gather data, computers, and all other equipment that you can find at the meteorological center. Oh, look at that. They study everything, rain, wind, fog, everything, storms, snow, everything. Well, why do rainbows appear? What do you think? What was that? Well, you may have noticed that rainbows often appear when it's sunny and raining at the same time. As the light enters each raindrop, it bends and it is reflected off the inside of the droplet. When it leaves the droplet, the light separates into various colors. There are as many colors as there are days of the week. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Yes, I think as kids we used to remember this as Roy G. Beef. How do you remember those colors? And you can see we talked about the sunlight coming in, seeming like one, but there's many colors in it. Well, there are the different colors when it's separated by the water to form a rainbow. There's lots of reflection and refraction that happens in there. All right, so the next part that I wanted us to read, there's so much, and I'm sorry to skip over so many things, but I want to share as many things as we can. So the next part that we're going to look at is our cosmic neighborhood. Who else is with us? What else is out there? Yeah, our solar system is made up of a star, which is the sun. Yeah, the sun is a star. 8 planets and millions of smaller bodies, asteroids, comets, and dwarf planets. And the most famous dwarf planet, do you know? Oh, yes, it is Pluto. Yes, our solar system is made up of a star. Do you know what our star is called? Yes, the sun. 8 planets and millions of smaller bodies, asteroids, comets, and dwarf planets. And there you can see our sun, our star is the center of our universe. And there you are, you have it right there, the center of our system. And you have all the different planets. And do you know what this is called? With all those rocks in there, that is called the asteroid belt. Yeah, there's a lot in there. Well, let's read this part and find out more. What other planets are there? Yes, what other planets are there? Well, you might have read stories that take place on planets outside our solar system. Yes, not just faraway planets like Jupiter or Saturn, but there are other planets out there, way past our solar system. They are called exoplanets, and astronomers have discovered thousands of them. We don't yet know which ones support life. Could be other life forms out there. Most exoplanets orbit stars, but some, called rogue planets, float freely. No one knows what these planets look like or who lives there. What do you think? I think it's amazing, right? There are other planets there called exoplanets. Yeah. Oh, that's such great information. I want to learn more about them. What else can this book teach us? Well, let us go to this part now in the stars, right? We know we have our star, the sun, but what other stars are there? What else is there that we can learn? Stars are huge balls of gas that light up the night sky. Groups of stars that make patterns or shapes are called constellations. What constellations can you name? Yeah? There's so many of them here. So many to learn about. What do you know? Leo Minor? Ursa Major? Or which ones do you know? There's so many out there. What is a shooting star? What is a shooting star? What do you think? I'll give you a minute to think. What is a shooting star? Well, if you said it is a shooting star is not a star. If you said it is a meteor, you're right. A shooting star is not a star, but a small piece of rock or dust called a meteoroid that enters Earth's atmosphere. Yes. So there's so many of these things that enter our atmosphere and never reach the ground. The light you see is the meteoroid burning up as it moves very quickly through our sky. You don't need special equipment to look at shooting stars, just your eyes. When was the last time you saw a shooting star? Yeah, many of these enter Earth. So sit up next time, look up to the sky and see if you can catch any, especially if you're not in the city where you can see so much more of the stars. What else are we going to look at today? Well, galaxies. That will be the last bit that we look at today. A galaxy includes stars, gases, dust, and planets. There are billions of galaxies in the universe, and they don't all have the same shape. Yeah. Do you know what galaxy we're in? What galaxy are we in? Do we know? There are all sorts of different shapes. Like you can see, this one is called an elliptical galaxy, right? That kind of shape. Oh, and there you go. There's a bad spiral galaxy. What shape is our galaxy? And do you know what it's called? How many galaxies are there? Well, let's find out a little bit more. The universe is constantly expanding, and new galaxies can change and merge over time. What? The universe is constantly expanding, and new galaxies can change and merge over time. Astronomers know about only a small part of the universe, the observable universe. They have estimated that there are 200 billion galaxies. Can you imagine that? 200 billion galaxies. Whoa! And that's just an estimate. There could be more, or maybe just around there. Research has also shown that there are many more galaxies than that. Scientists are working to build new telescopes that can provide clearer information. How about that? What is our galaxy called? I'll wait for your answers in the comments. So that's about the galaxies. And this book has so much more information that we can enjoy in there. Thank you so much for joining me on Storytime today and reading about space and sky. Yes, our beautiful, beautiful planet, and of course, the beautiful things out there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that one. I certainly did. And I'll promise you that we'll be bringing back this book to read more from it and learn more from it. So that was Space and Sky. I hope you enjoyed this one, written by Virginie Loubier, and of course it is published by TWIRL Books, an imprint of Chronicle Books. Yes, getting it right this time. Good morning to you and welcome. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. I hope that you enjoyed reading this one. But remember too that we are back tomorrow with more Storytime, and tomorrow we will be reading animals. Yes, more animals to read about. And look at that. They're magnetic. So we'll be looking at this, all these different things. This book actually has magnetic pages. I'm excited to share that with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. What was something you learned? What is something that you think we missed that you know that you would love to share with us here on Storytime? Thank you so much for being here for Space and Sky. Thank you, thank you. And a big thank you, of course, to TWIRL Books and Chronicle Books for allowing us to share material right here on Storytime. Let us see who was with us and got to enjoy that beautiful story. Thank you so much, Tomaida Zulu, out in Lusaka, Zambia. Thank you so much for joining in. And please, Tomaida, remind me who is joining in with you. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate you. And hopefully everything is going well under the leadership of President HH. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you. It is a great book indeed. Abraham, I'm glad that you love space and, of course, your favorite planet. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely love it. Please, Abraham, tell me more. Why is Saturn your favorite planet? Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Everybody that joined in today, I hope that we were learning together and got to enjoy this wonderful, wonderful book. But remember that Storytime is not done this week. We're not done. We're back tomorrow. Do join me for this one. Animals! And we'll be again reading excerpts from this book, little bits that we want to share together. And if you know anything, please do feel free to share them in the comments and I will try to bring them up on screen. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely love it. And apologies again if you missed us yesterday at 11 because we were off. As you know, Facebook was down, but we're back. We're both on YouTube and Facebook. So if you don't catch us on one, please do catch us on the other. Storytime Facebook, Storytime YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed our reading for today. And we're back again tomorrow with more stories. Thank you for being here. Please keep sending me your recommendations, books that you would like to see or hear read on Storytime right here. So please do send me those and let me know. Have a wonderful day today. It has been a pleasure being here with you. Absolutely appreciate all the moments that we spend together. Yes, find this book at your local library. Find it where you get books and enjoy some more of it at home. All the cool facts in here, all the cool information that we can learn about our sky, about our planet, about our universe. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. I will see you again tomorrow for another exciting story. And tomorrow, like I said, we will be reading animals. Yes, do join me for that one and get to enjoy. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day indeed. And I will see you again tomorrow for more story time. All right, I will see you tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Olalu Oganyemi, officer in the United States Marine Corps and author of Crow from the Shadow. You are tuned in with my brother on Story Time with Mr. Lamada. Enjoy and God bless.
Look and think, read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.